Hold on, guys. That's good.
We came as far this way with the frame.
Alright, let's go.
So you got hard light vision to this side.
This is very scary for me, okay? So I don't know what we're going to do about it. Tony, can you see that China? Oh, pictures.
So I'm going on the other side?
Yeah, we need C-stand inside there. We need to watch it.
Let me have one of those Chinese over here, please.
You need C-stands inside, too.
Okay, C-stands.
Okay, stand by, guys. Here we go.
We can watch her.
Ready?
Bitch about going back. I need quarter stops in the middle to start slowing you down.
Good.
Let's see a quarter stop in right where Tony is.
Rico, I haven't got.
Hey guys, let's turn it out.
Ready, and roll.
You're broken when your heart's not open.
Cut. Thank you. Eric. Yeah. Can you put us back on the first position? We want to change her position. You're the first mark. Can you put it on the first mark? Yeah, where we set the shot.
Yeah, they're quarter stops.
Move that 4x4 this way. Is this it?
This is it.
Okay, this is it.
Tony, can you pop out that quarter stop? Yeah, pop it out and then walk it out forward.
Yeah, right forward.
Then walk it towards me.
You can both go a hair higher.
Okay. Let the China stand fire for that side, replace that quarter. You want to slow the right side down a little bit more? Or? Okay, guys, throw the China in where the quarter is right there.
So this is a new shot mark? Okay. Let's put the camera in the... Chris, do you want to see any more of this? Put the camera at number 1.
Average moving.
Okay.
Moving. Stand by with your back.
Put the camera at 1. Okay, Darius, when you set. Okay. All right, Eric, you ready? You're ready. Okay, Darius, you ready? All right, here we go. All right, stand by, ready. And. And roll.
You're broken when your heart's not open. If I could
on ASAP.
Hey Eric, we have to reload. Can you?
No, that's in the shop. That means the crane will take that out.
Yeah.
I think this should be safe for the bucket. Just... Yeah.
Reload the camera. About 20 seconds. That's beautiful. Okay, ASAP on that reload, please. We gotta go.
I'm ready.
Yeah, everything's on except he said something about 5 days.
All right, you guys ready?
Yeah.
All right, number one on the camera. Let's go. Let's go, 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 go.
284. 379.
Wide open.
I didn't look at the the lens is 284.
All right, let's go. Let's do it, do it, do it.
This is it. What's in the light?
All right. Okay, stand by. And roll. Good. Good. All right. Good. Thank you.
Is that right?
Okay. So, Nick.
Yeah, watch. Yeah, for the crew that haven't talked to the other guys and stuff, setting up the plan.
Okay, well, I don't know how many. Yeah. Is there a problem? We already did one.
In this light?
Yeah.
Oh, in this slide? I don't know.
Yes, we should, definitely.
Do a clean plate? Okay, we'll do a clean plate. Then we'll we never stop. Okay, we should pull up these
Want to
bars.
bring food to your trailer?
All right, take it to the
I
red.
think Grace
Yes.
Thanks, David.
Oh, they're human beings. Watch the black.
Watch your black here, though.
I thought desert, I thought it was warm, you know. It'd be nice. I thought it'd be nice and warm in the desert.
That's right, yeah.
It's not okay. So what background do you come out of? How did you come into this business?
I used to work on feature films, doing special effects, doing like production, illustration, and you know, designing all kinds of stuff for features.
What films did you work on?
I worked on Alien 3, Alien Resurrection last year.
Wow.
And before that, I worked on a couple of Clive Barker films and some small films in England.
Oh, like the Hellraisers? Are you?
That kind of stuff, yeah, yeah.
Are you a musician too?
No, I mean, no.
What was your first music video?
The first music video I ever did was for a techno band called Orteka in England. It was a very low budget video. So.
How much did the one you're going to be famous for, I'm sure, it cost? I mean, have you always done low budget videos?
Sorry, say that again.
I'm blanking it out now. The
Aphex Twin.
The Aphex Twin. God, I'm thinking Portishead. How much did the Aphex Twin video cost?
20,000 English pounds.
Oh God! How did you put that together?
Well, basically, I mean, I'm, you know, a big fan of his music, and it's like, for me, I find that, you know, the more I'm into the music, the easier it is to do videos.
What was the reaction to that clip when you got finished with it, when you showed it around?
God, I don't know. It's really strange when you do something because it takes a while for it to filter back to you. You know, I mean, I suppose, you know, you wait a while for it to be put out on MTV and stuff and that, and then even now I'm starting to only just get a kind of clear idea of what people think of it. You know, normally it's that they were scared, which wasn't the desired effect, so I failed really because I was trying to make people laugh.
What were the funny parts?
Well, I thought that, you know, the abuse that the granny was getting in it was quite funny myself, but maybe there's something wrong with me. I don't know.
Was the Portishead video a more higher budget sort of thing?
Yeah, it was actually. It was the highest budget video I've had. I mean, it's still, I mean, relatively speaking, not that high. But I had a chance to. The best thing about the Portishead video was that I was scared after the Aphex video that I'd get sent every death metal band in town. You know, that's why it's brilliant to be doing this because, you know, what you need to do after that is something that's completely different. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the Portishead video is completely tranquil, slow, you know, and the complete opposite of Aphex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you come to be doing the Madonna video? Did she ring you up, or?
Yeah, I think she saw the Aphex video and was interested, you know, and asked to see my reel. Yeah. And I mean, it was good that she did that because the Aphex video is very one-track minded, you know, and I was thinking at first, I don't understand how you saw that and you wanted the video for, you know, so kind of respect due to her really for kind of having some trust. You know.
Were you aware of Madonna before this, or did you like any stuff she had done in the past?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the truth is I probably became interested in the idea of doing music videos through seeing her videos, in particular her videos actually. There are a couple of videos that she did that I remember seeing and thinking, you know, that's brilliant. You know.
Like which ones?
I particularly like the ones that Mark Romanek did actually. Yeah. Yeah, I remember seeing Rain when I was a bit younger, and I thought that was beautiful. Yeah. Yeah, really elegant.
What is it? I imagine they're spending a little more money on this than you've usually spent in the past. Is this a liberating experience?
No, no. Someone warned me once actually that with every dollar comes another problem, and they couldn't have been more right because that's exactly true. Yeah, it's actually. Yeah, I think I'm looking forward to going back and crawling around in the mud in England again, actually, for no money.
Is this concept yours for this video?
Yeah, no, but I'll be perfectly honest. The look of the video is very much down to Madonna. She, you know, it's amazing really because the way things have worked out for me because it looks exactly like how I would love her to look, but I didn't really have to do anything because she said, you know, look at these Gautier costumes, and and I thought, oh no, you know, what they're gonna look like. And you know, I'm not saying his stuff's really good, but you know, it might be. I thought it was gonna be a bit theatrical.
Yeah.
And when I saw them, they were brilliant, really classical black. You know, so
Yeah.
I just thought, it's half the work's done already. Really, it's
Would
just a matter of making, you know, putting her in an interesting environment. Really.
Would it be fair to say there's like a goth element to this, or is that an ugly word?
Yeah, I can't think of it. I can't think of an excuse for that one actually. yeah, I suppose it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like a girl, you know, a woman in black.
Well, the thing is that I mean, like the styling that she's got, there's definitely been an effort. You know, if you put someone in black with long hair and these kind of dresses, that they're either going to look very classical and old-fashioned, or they're going to look gothy. And we've tried so hard to push it towards a kind of an old classical look rather than, you know, a kind of Elvira look, which is my worst fear, really.
Yeah.
I think she looks really good. Yeah. I would say that. So.
Is Madonna good to work with? I mean, as an artist.
Yeah. So she's got very good taste.
Yeah. Well, she hired you. I mean.
Oh yeah, that doesn't sound very good actually, does it? Yeah. Yeah.
Where are you going to go after that? What do you want to do next? Do you want to do? I asked this before, but do you want to do films like features?
Well, the thing is, I actually came from features. I wasn't directing them, but I was working on them as a technician, and so. And originally I thought, you know, music videos might be a way of getting into features, but now I've been doing music videos for a while. I'm determined not to rush into it.
Yeah.
I'd like to carry on doing this for a while, and because there's so much to learn. You know, every time you do one of these, you go in with the intentions, and it ends up turning into a spaghetti. You know, and you think, fuck, what did I do wrong? Blah blah, and somehow something comes out of it, and you think, and that makes you want to keep going. So I can imagine doing this for a few more years yet until I feel like
As I say, especially the FX20 videos, like unlike anything I've ever seen before. Is there anyone around that's doing music videos now that you like, that you think's doing new stuff? Proves my point. There isn't.
I'll be perfectly honest with you. I actually don't. I mean, it's not a snobby thing or anything, but I don't watch. The reason I don't watch it is because my worst paranoia is of being called a plagiarist.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't watch stuff really. I don't watch TV, and you know. So I used to, when I first started, I saw a lot of stuff, and but now, I mean, since. In fact, the Aphex Twin video, if anything, is probably the result of having spent 2 years since I started, having been in my own head, really, not really looking at other stuff. But I mean, the thing is about the Aphex videos, I've been listening to his music, like, as a massive fan for years.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's so good for me that the video that kind of got people watching was for my kind of favourite artist kind of thing, you know.
Now, if that video went on, what would happen? Would something awful happen to the old lady in that clip, or?
Well, I'll tell you something actually. That we messed up a day's shoot. That the original ending to that video was that Mother was gonna turn up, and there was gonna be this big sex scene at the end. And
what?
I was so pissed off that I couldn't get to shoot it, but because I mean, I'll be perfectly honest with you, I didn't think it was gonna get shown at all.
Yeah.
We actually did an edit that was about 4 minutes long that had none of the stuff in it that
really
you would assume is the interesting stuff in it, and it was, and I'm so surprised that people wanted to play the full version.
This is all very disturbing. I don't know. But, well, thank you very much. That's great. And thanks for putting up with us. Bye.
Bye.
There you go.
down for 1 second.
All right, guys. So can we do a rehearsal here?
All right, go up.
Where's the first stage? Yeah.
Good?
That's for Chris.
Madonna's looking for David.
David. Yeah. All right, let's go to 1. Excuse me, guys.
Yeah, go ahead.
You want to shoot the rehearsal? Okay, does she,
Gee, this is like a movie.
Hey.
All right. Oh, somebody told me that you took the tot to her first concert recently. Well, Liz told me that.
Yeah, I did.
Did she like it?
Yeah, she was very enthusiastic. She was on my lap, clapping her hands.
Fleetwood Mac. So her first concert is Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah, well, actually, it was it's my nanny's favorite group.
Uh-huh.
So
Oh.
it was
Oh, I
kind of a present for my nanny.
It was a payoff of some sort.
And I wanted to go too, so we had to look after her.
Is there like a, I hesitate to say theme about this album, but I mean, do the songs all relate to something that's happened in your life? Is there one central thing going on that you can catch glimpses of in each track?
Probably self-examination or self-discovery. I think that's definitely going on in every song. But also, I think I have much more of a joy of living than I can ever remember having before.
What would be the cause of that? We wonder.
I don't know. I mean, maybe that's not the right way to say it.
I mean, a lot of people give up discovering things about themselves when they're 22 or something.
They give up?
Don't you think? I mean.
Oh, well, that's a tragedy if they give up.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I've always been on a journey, but I feel like I had like a huge kind of, I don't know if you would call it a spiritual awakening, but I don't know. I think after I did Evita and after I had my daughter, my life sort of took a turn, and I just started to look at life differently.
Yeah.
And I realized how blessed I was, and before I was just taking things for granted.
Yeah.
And I think because I had a baby, I started to really question things, my own mortality, what my purpose on this earth is. I mean, you know, the questions people usually ask themselves.
Yeah.
Maybe they don't ask themselves those questions till they're about, 65 or something.
Yeah.
But
I mean, did you question that? You've always been sort of, if you'll forgive me, like a workaholic. You work a lot.
Yeah.
Did you question that at all and say maybe there are other things I should be doing? Or
yeah, I think probably what I started to focus on more than anything was living in the moment and enjoying each moment instead of going, I just want to get through this. I just want to finish this record. I just want to finish this video. I just want to get through the end of this. I mean, if you do that and if that's your attitude, then your whole life, if you look back on it, is just constantly waiting for something to be finished rather than really enjoying the moment and being in the moment. And so that really, I think when you start thinking that way, then you start thinking of, you really start to make different choices about what it is you're going to do. And now every time I do anything, I think, okay, how am I going to feel about this on a day-to-day basis? How's every day going to be with this person or working in this position or collaborating with that person? And it makes a big difference as far as the choices that I've made.
I know a lot. You've mentioned before that some of this revolves around the writing of Deepak Chopra and the Kabbalah stuff. I know you grew up as a Catholic. Do you see Catholicism in a different light now? Does it still have any meaning to you at all? Or
yeah, I mean, all religions have meaning to me, and I'll always have a soft spot in my heart for Catholicism. But
Well,
I mean, and there is a mysticism to Catholicism, but I find that the Kabbalah and Buddhism and other religions or philosophies that I've been studying sort of they're more adaptable to modern living, to modern life. And I do find one comforting, or not one, but one of the comforting thoughts about all of this. I feel that there's a lot of similar things going through Christianity and Judaism and Buddhism, and it makes me think that at one time there was one thought.
Yeah.
One.
The word.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. So, all paths lead to God.
Yeah. You talked about Frozen before, but what is a song like Skin about, essentially, if we may say? What is it about?
Obsession.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you an
Desire.
obsessive sort of person yourself?
Oh, yes. But just desire and wanting something. Just simple desire and the frenzy of desire and obsession. Yeah.
Do you see romance as something coming back into your life, or
It never left.
how is your romantic life? I suppose I should ask.
I'm not answering that question.
Well, perhaps not directly, but maybe we could
my-
go around the edges of it.
My romantic life is excellent.
Ah, good.
But I I don't think that romance has come back in my life. I think I'm probably just exploring it more in my music.
Yeah. Does romance get better as one gets older and wiser?
I think it gets better as you dig deeper into your soul. It certainly gets better if you find somebody that kind of forces you to dig deeper. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure, naturally. Of course, so you're relatively happy now in that regard in your life.
Yes.
You seem like a much happier person.
Do I?
So, yeah,
I am.
incredible. I mean, were you surprised to wake up? I guess you didn't wake up one day, but
And just feel happy?
yeah, just a
Well,
big smile on your
By
face.
the way, I'm not happy every day. I have my dark days. I still do.
Ah.
But
Are those difficult?
it's always darkest before the dawn.
I've heard that said, actually. I mean, were you surprised to find this change going on within you? I mean, were you surprised to find that, like, gee, things maybe aren't so bad, and you seem sort of more optimistic.
I feel more. Well, I don't know. I guess just it was the natural evolution of things. And suddenly, I found myself in a place, and I mean, it all makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't think it's weird.
It's funny that Chris doesn't want to mention the word Gothic about any of
Chris
this.
Cunningham?
Yeah.
No, he's very shy.
Well, we've seen that. But he doesn't like the idea of Gothic, but obviously this character, Veronica, is a very Gothic character. I mean,
Veronica Electronica?
Yeah. And it could be out of Castle of Otranto or something.
She is. She's Gothic, but she's medieval.
Hmm.
She's romantic. She's pre-Raphaelite. she's all.
Isn't Gothic a sort of like a morbid romanticism? I mean, why do you think people are attracted to it? Because it's very popular in various modes, and especially among young people.
It is.
It's
Well,
very attractive, I think, to people.
well, it definitely explores the darker side of life, and I think people are attracted to that. And there's something really old-fashioned and antiquated about it.
Yeah.
Kind of the opposite of, futuristic. The kind of futuristic world we're sort of hurtling ourselves into. It's kind of the opposite of that.
Do
You know what I
that's-
mean?
Yeah. I mean, do you think that's something that people need? They've had so much, let's say, techno music or whatever.
Yeah,
and-
I do. I think it anchors people. It's a juxtaposition that people, if you're going into one direction, it's just all about a lack of intimacy and you know what I mean? And very alienated, then people are sort of like looking back too at the same time, which is kind of the way I look at my record. You know, looking at the past with the eyes of the future. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's sort of.
Because the record's very futuristic in a way. The sounds are
It
very.
is, but I'm examining my past. You know what I mean? So.
What elements of your past are you examining? Your fame, your success,
Everything, my whole life, yeah. Everything that's happened to me up until now. Yeah, and particularly the last, 10, 15 years of my life, which is, been a really sort of concentrated chunk of time for me in terms of so many things happening and learning experiences and stuff.
How do you feel about that when you look back? I mean, just the effect you've had on the music industry, but also on music and on people's lives. I mean, do you see it in a different way now than you did when you were undergoing it?
Do I look at the music industry in a
No,
different
not
way?
the music industry, but I mean what you've accomplished. I mean what you've attained with your music, and that you've managed to say things through what's traditionally thought of as a pop idiom, but you actually have said things.
Mm-hmm.
And I wonder if you were aware of that at the time you were doing it as fully as you are now.
I have a lot more awareness right now of the influence and the impact that I have on people, and that other people, that we all have on people. Even if we say, people say, I'm not a role model, or I mean, even people who are sort of viewed as being superficial have an impact on society, So, but I'm much more aware of it than I was before. I didn't have a clue. I was just a little bunny hopping along. Who was I?
Interesting way of putting it.
And why did people let me have my hair like that?
Well, yeah. I mean, what's your favorite hairstyle from that period? Would it be?
From that period?
Yes.
Which period?
Well, that conjures of periods in the past there.
Oh God, my favorite.
Hard to pick.
Yeah, just a plethora of bad taste.
Now, this thing that you're wearing now this is a wig, of
This
course.
is a headache, okay? My head is killing me. I've got so many grips in my head. This is me refusing to dye my hair black. Yeah, it's lots of pieces and braids, and it's very. Well, I like to think of it as a black octopus on my head, basically.
Is this a character that's entirely thought out, like Veronica Electronica? This is a character, and she has these attributes, and have you devoted a lot of thought to it?
Yes and no. I've thought, but then I haven't thought.
Ah, well, the classic. Yeah,
I mean, the
conflict.
thing is, Veronica definitely has, she was like a personality that's sort of developing around me, but as far as the look for the video goes, I was hemming and hawing about how I wanted to look and what I wanted to do for a really long time, until I saw Gautier's fashion show, and then and his show is very sort of Gothic meets, Frida Kahlo, and so, and it was quite beautiful, and all this black, and that was like the springboard for the look of the video.
Is this an aspect of you that you're bringing out for like the first time? Would you say?
I'm sure I'm not bringing it out for the first time, but I'm aware that I'm bringing it out for the first time. I mean, no. You see, words just can't
They
really.
can't. You're so right about that.
They just can't really describe my feelings. I know I won't say anything, and you will.
I'll just rabbit on about
Yes.
everything and bore everybody to
Stream
tears.
of consciousness.
Yeah, that'd be great. Is the tour that'll inevitably follow this, I hope, going to be a vast, complex undertaking?
I haven't got a clue.
You haven't devoted yourself to
I'm
it yet?
sure I'll set out to do something simple, and then it will become a vast and complex undertaking. Yeah, I mean, until I get, just like my record, until I get to the day that I start to do it, my head is just like ideas going in and out, and I've thought about things I want to do. I've imagined myself singing certain songs on stage. I've imagined visual elements that I would like to have, but I haven't like put the whole thing together yet. It's going to be a pain in the ass,
Yeah.
for sure.
At the point you are now, you've got so much material you've created over the years. Does this put you? Is this like a major project to sit down and think of what old stuff you might do on tour? I mean,
None.
Really, nothing at all.
Well, I wouldn't say nothing at all, but I mean, I just can't imagine doing stuff like, like a Virgin and Material Girl and things like that. I mean, I don't know who that person is. I mean, she's a really sort of Neanderthal version of me.
Really?
Really amoeba, like unformed.
Do you look back on her as someone you don't like very much?
No. I'm very fond of her. No, but I mean, this is what I mean about I didn't know the impact that I was, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was just clueless. It was just the beginning. I mean, maybe I knew unconsciously, but I wasn't aware really. And I mean, if I had known when I was doing those songs that for the rest of my life, I was going to be referred to as, I'm
The
sure
Material Girl.
Yeah. I just probably never would have done it.
But they're great hits. They're great pop tunes.
But no,
you know,
they're no, I know, but I can't see myself doing them on stage, performing them with gusto.
Yeah. When you started out,
Second curve. Just gotta fix that thing.
so when are you rolling?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. When you started out doing the songs for this album, did you have the sound in mind that has finally resulted, or how did the sound come about? Because it's not really like anything else that anyone will have heard when they hear it.
Well, I've been listening to, I mean, I wanted to have. Well, first of all, I was really influenced by William Orbit's records, okay, and the stuff that he's done in the past, which is, there's a real dreamy quality to all of his music, but lots of really high-tech sounds. Okay, so that's one thing, and the other thing is I knew that I wanted to have a lot of orchestral things in it too. I'd worked with Craig Armstrong on my last album, and I wanted him to do a lot. He works with Nellie Hooper and Bjork and a lot of those people a lot. So, and then thirdly, I wanted to have a real kind of. I mean, I listen to lots of Moroccan music and Indian music and things like that, so I wanted to incorporate that into it too. So, that's where my starting point was when I started working on the record.
That's my check that time code. Check time code for me. 6, 7, 8, 9.
Industrial aspect of
Jenny, you want to
filmmaking.
change work right now?
So tedious.
There's nothing more
That
tedious.
should be okay.
We're not going to stop again.
Okay.
Something that was never present in art before, I would imagine. That you have to take into consideration all the technology.
Well, that's why we all have nervous breakdowns.
Although you've managed to avoid that so far.
Yes, I have.
So far as we know, unless you were willing to
I have.
go public with it right now. So, what's happening in this video is Veronica is what? What is going on? Is she addressing a lover? Is she addressing?
She's imploring her lover to be open.
Imploring. Are you an imploring sort of person?
I can be.
I see you more as like sort of presenting the options.
Oh, you have this choice, and
Yeah,
that
yeah.
choice. I can be that way too.
So I've heard. Now,
But not when I'm in love.
Oh, are you in love now? I hate to keep coming back to this, but you can tell us.
I'm not answering that question.
Very well. Yeah. Now, no doubt, your daughter has heard "Little Star." Is it her favorite track? Do you think she suspects that it's maybe related to her somehow?
I know she likes that track, but she likes other things too. She really likes Ray of Light.
Uh-huh.
She bounces up and down a lot to that song. Yeah.
Now, Ray of Light that would be a song about, obviously, I imagine, some new sort of knowledge, some new sort of perspective.
It's kind of about, it's about mysticism, and it's about realizing how small my life is in the big picture, and like what's happening to me, but on the other hand, how big it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be really bad at describing what my songs are about, but I mean, I guess that's it.
We'll fill
It's
it in
about
for you.
wonder. It's about wonderment. It's
Yeah.
about.
Don't you think people lose their sense of wonder? Isn't that a human problem?
I think a lot of people do. Yeah, they lose their sense of wonder. They lose their innocence. They stop asking questions. They stop being adventurous. Yeah.
Now, you said there's going to be a remix. This whole album will be remixed.
Yes.
Is it going to be even like
The remix.
farther
Odyssey
out
record?
than this is?
Oh, it's going to be way out.
And William Moore will be doing it, the whole thing? Or are you going to shop it around?
Veronica and William will be working on this record together.
And Veronica will be a star of the tour, no doubt. She'll be like the centerpiece of the whole thing.
She will, and she's going to be very angry if anyone's wearing clothes with colors on them on stage.
Really?
Yes. Black.
Nothing Gothic about that. That seems an odd thing. I mean, if you have this newfound sense of wonder and happiness, and you're all dressed in black, that's kind of odd, isn't it?
Yes, but I like odd.
Yeah.
I think I would just frighten myself too much if I just start wearing white all the time. Ew.
Did you ever have a period like that when you were just like wearing frills and flounces and
I hope I didn't. If I did, I have amnesia about it.
Have you do people, do your friends say to you that they've noticed a change in you? Has it been that apparent?
Yeah, they borrow money more from me now.
Oh, excellent.
I've become much more generous.
Well, we could talk afterwards. That would be good. So after this, you're gonna, of course, you'll premiere the record. You're still gonna do Chicago, right? Is that still on the books?
In the fall,
Yeah.
I think. You know what? It's just I can't. I mean, I can't see
far
straight.
ahead.
They keep changing the schedule. I'm trying to figure out when I'm going to go on tour and when I'm going to do the movie. And yeah.
I also wondered if let me see, what did I wonder? Yeah, by this point, you could direct videos yourself, right? Now, as you know, Mariah Carey is directing her own videos. I heard she sneaks in at night and grinds the glass for the lenses. I mean, she's totally into this.
She's very brave.
Yeah.
I would never want to direct something I was in. I don't want to have to keep jumping back and forth. It's hard enough. I mean, I don't know how you can do both well. I really don't. Unless you're a guy and you just don't care. You know what I mean?
So guy-like.
Because guys just don't care. Let's face it.
What do you mean by that?
They don't care how they look, and in fact, they can look bad and get away with it. Not that you look bad.
Thanks.
You look quite good, actually.
Oh, thank you.
You do.
Thanks.
What's your secret? Your new regime? You look much healthier. I'm not making a joke.
No.
You look really healthy.
Really? Well, it's a long story. But
Okay.
you stumbled on something.
Oh, okay. Let's get back to me.
By all means. Yeah. Okay. Have I got everything? Yes. Oh, when you go on the road, are you going to have like a large band, or is it all going to be synthesized stuff? Can you recreate these tracks live?
It's probably going to be a huge entourage, because I'm going to have string players. I'm going to have string players, and I'm going to have lots of synths. But on the other hand, I don't think I need a drummer. You know what I mean? I have lots of programmers and string players and some, live percussionists and live guitar and stuff like that. It'll be kind of an unusual conglomeration of music.
Will there be people coming back that you worked with in the past, maybe?
Musicians?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely, I'll probably work with a couple of synth programmer type musicians that I've worked with before, and a percussionist that I love. And I'm going to try to get William to come on the road with me, because he plays killer
great.
guitar.
Yeah.
He's an amazing guitar player. Yeah.
He's
He's a bit shy though.
Wow. How's it working with
But he likes cute girls, so if I just promise him cute girls, he'll come on stage.
Well, you can get anybody to go out with you. You can promise them that, probably.
Exactly.
So it'd be great to have him out there. Have you become interested in programming yourself? I mean, does that attract you at all? Are you that kind of obsessive person?
No. No. I don't want to be the
It's
button
boring,
pusher.
isn't it, to sit there with a computer?
It's just not. It's just not in my personality.
Yeah.
Nope.
Because I know William says he can do it. He says, I'm going to go back up and do all the night work and transfer tracks back and forth.
Oh, so boring.
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
like totally into it.
I like to think of the words and, you know,
Yeah.
get it out there. Ooh.
Wait a minute. This just in.
Notes from the
I think we covered the album.
from the man upstairs.
The album title is Ray of Light, right?
Yeah, Ray of Light.
We've done that already.
Yeah.
And we talked about Pat Leonard. Oh, what did you think of the Prodigy video when you first saw it?
I loved it.
So
I thought it was
wild.
brilliant. I mean, it was like, as it was going along, I was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And then when you get to the end and it's a
Right.
girl, I was like, oh, that's brilliant. It was brilliant. I love it. Love it.
And what's Chris Cunningham like to work with? Is he seems to be really preoccupied with what he's doing. And
He is, and this is the first, you know, kind of, you know, video he was given more than $5 to, like. I think he's incredibly gifted. He's going to be a huge talent,
Yeah.
beyond, I think, the video world and commercial world. He's great. He thinks in a really visual way, though. It's hard to get him to sort of say what he wants to do. Not what he wants me to do in front of the camera, but like if you asked him to describe a scene, he couldn't do it.
yeah, like the Apex Twin video, how would you describe it beforehand?
No, but he's got a great sensibility, and he's an artist also, like drawing and painting and stuff like that. So he comes from a really visual place.
I gather they're going to take all this material and go back and just computerize it for like weeks or something, right? I mean, is that going to be the major push?
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of post-production work on it.
Do you oversee that stuff? I mean, do you like to be there and watch?
I'm going
or-
to be there for the telecine, but I'm not. They're going to go to London to do the other stuff, which I'm not going to be there for. So I'll be here.
So you don't feel like you have to control that aspect of it. That's sort of I always thought of you as someone who likes to
Control it. No, I hire, you know, directors and editors, and everybody that I'm working with has the same vision that I have. I don't mind leaving them alone to work on stuff. I mean, obviously they're going to send me cuts and stuff, and I'm going to see all the footage, so I'm not going to know what's in it.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to stand over their shoulders.
I mean, is this new too? Was there a time when you were like totally a control freak about everything, or have
No.
you always been like that?
No, that's just my reputation. Don't ask me how I got it.
Another misconception cleared up. Well, good. I want to ask you one extraneous thought. Do you follow sports? Are you a sports fan at all? Like women's sports, women's basketball? Do you play?
Sports?
Yeah.
Gross me out.
I know, it's like disgusting.
No.
Forget that question. All right.
Okay.
And how's Maverick doing? Any new signings?
Yeah. We just signed two groups. One's called Lucy Nation, and one's called Baxter. Two Swedish groups. They're amazing. Fantastic.
Swedish groups.
Yeah.
Are they real poppy?
No.
Really?
Mm-mm.
Are they real techno?
Kind of, yeah. They're really cool.
Huh.
Mm.
How do you find out
You
about
wouldn't think they were Swedish. You'd think they were English.
Huh.
Sort of, you know, a bit like Tricky and
Yeah.
Portishead, more like that kind of a sound.
Yeah. I heard this Portishead video is really wild too.
Oh, it's great. Chris just finished that, yeah.
And we have we've changed the name of our show from Weekend Rock to 1515, and we wondered if you'd say something about it.
1515?
Yeah, well, that's the address of 1515 Broadway. But we're just calling the show 1515 now. And wondered if maybe you'd like to.
Sounds very mysterious. 1515.
Makes you wonder.
Are you into numerology?
I could be.
There's significance to numbers, you know. Let's see, 15 and 15. Let's see. 1 and 5 is
12.
6. 6 and 6 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3. 3 is a lucky number. That's good. I like it.
So it's not the mark of the beast or anything. It's
No,
oh.
that's 666.
Yeah. Well, this could be a good thing then, 1515 for us.
Yeah, it's very good.
Huh.
3.
Huh.
That's why Ray of Light's the third track on the album.
How about the total number of tracks on the album?
13, luckiest number of all.
And this is like your 13th album, isn't it? Like,
Ooh, I never thought of that.
I think, yeah.
There's a lot of really significant things happening right now.
I have to say, when I hear Louis Farrakhan start talking about numerology, I really figure, I just don't buy this myself. But do you think there's significance in
Well,
numbers?
do you buy anything Louis Farrakhan says?
No.
Okay.
Huh. But I mean, he seems to find a lot of significance in numbers too, like the height of the the Washington Memorial and blah 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 blah. It's like, I don't know, but you think there is significance in numbers?
Absolutely. Oh yes.
Like, how would they affect us? So there are 13 tracks on your album. That guarantees what? Or
It doesn't guarantee anything. There are no guarantees.
Oh.
There's a lot of significance with numbers, and I think certain numbers attract things that other numbers don't.
Oh.
I don't think you want to get into this with me.
Probably not. Is it a long conversation?
It's a very long conversation, yeah.
Oh. Wow. Okay. Well,
It's a 12-week course, basically.
have you taken a course in this?
Um,
Well, not a course, but I mean, if you've studied with people, I suppose. Or
well,
talked to
actually,
people.
astrology and the Kabbalah are very much,
Yeah.
I mean, numerology is a really big part of it. Hi, bye.
On the Prodigy thing, you want to put the lyrics to smack my bitch up and the whole protest about.
Oh yeah.
It goes
Oh,
on
do we
hold
have
now.
to? Well, what if,
Did she say yeah?
That's what she said.
oh,
I know it's sort of an old thing, but
okay.
MTV played it. I thought was good of them.
God bless you.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that was cool. But
Well-
you obviously weren't offended by this song at all, right? Because it's just a repeated phrase from someone else's track.
Not only that, but it's a repeated phrase, and it's done in a very tongue-in-cheek
Yeah.
way, and even if I didn't agree with them, I'm not about to tell any artist on my label what they can and can't say. I mean, above all, I believe in artistic freedom,
Yeah.
so
Okay.
who's going to want to sign to my label if they know that, we
Yeah.
go through, we come through the lyrics and tell people what they can and can't write.
Are you
But-
are you a label chief that actually monitors everything coming in, saying I like that group? I mean, are you right there?
I
for
have
all this?
favorites. I mean, nothing gets signed unless I listen to it.
Yeah.
And there are things
And
I
like
like
it?
more than...
And-
Yeah, I gotta like it.
Yeah.
There's a few things that have slipped through the cracks, but
Really?
not anymore. Those days are over.
Is there any one group that set you off on this?
No. Not that I care to mention.
Ah, very well. Okay. Okay, and we don't want to talk about your love life, of course. We've been through that already. Well, good, I think. You're free.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Again,
Thank you.
sorry for adding to the burden of everything.
Oh, that's all right. At least I got to keep my shoes.
Yeah.
Look at the bright side. So, shall we go back? See you when I'm 80, Kurt. We're in wheelchairs.
Thanks, Maddie. We'll all be there together, I'm sure.
Somewhere warmer.